So, hi everyone. My name is Will Rahardjo. I'm an HR manager at the Fund for the City of New York. I use ChatGPT pretty often when it comes to really any HR related, like if it's like polishing up an email or like trying to get more insight into policies and things like that. But one thing that I'm working on now is organizing a company retreat. So it's a 2-day long retreat next month. And getting ideas. I've never organized a retreat before, so ChatGPT has been pretty instrumental for me when it comes to coming up with different ideas and sort of scheduling and just giving me tips and insights on how it works. So one of the things I used it for earlier was trying to highlight different ways in which we can have breakout sessions during the retreat. I actually started off before like with a Google search on this, just different ideas for retreats, and I didn't get anything that was like specific enough. So my next step was going to ChatGPT and asking them and kind of giving them the context of who I am. So I'll just read my prompt. So I'm an HR manager for a nonprofit who is helping to lead and organize a 2-day long work retreat. Our company has about 4 distinct departments, and I like the retreat to highlight ways in which we can collaborate and see work from our various colleagues' perspectives. Can you give me some breakout activity ideas? So I've always found that giving more information is better so they can sort of customize it to your needs. Because again, when I did the Google search, it was just sort of broad and not very helpful. So what I got here was just a lot of different ways in which a lot of different breakout room and ideas that we could do for our retreat. So I think it gave me about 7. So I'm not going to go through all of them because there's a lot. But I liked the first idea. Um, so it gave me a whole list of ideas. And then I followed up with, I like the day in my shoes scenario swap. Can you elaborate on that more and how we would space it out over an hour? So from there, it gave me a more detailed breakdown of how the breakout session would occur. Um, so timing wise, just like how it would fill the full hour. Again, I'm not going to go through it exactly, but it's pretty much exactly what I was looking for was something to sort of have communication across departments, as well as kind of like a role-playing scenario. So it helped me come up with a couple scenarios and like a template that these different breakout groups could use in order to facilitate the activity. So again, going down here. Um, tips for success, different ideas and prompts that people can go ahead with. And then my next one was, I like this idea. Can you make a template that I can hand out to staff to guide them in this activity? So it sent me a more sort of uh, more codified and more concrete scenario in which people can, yeah, exactly. So step 1, so different questions here, solving the challenge, present and reflect, and then an optional, personal reflection as well. Um, I liked it. I asked them to generate a Word document. I tried opening it. For some reason, I'm on my laptop right now. It wouldn't work, but it worked on my work computer, my other work computer. So I can't open that now. And then after I looked into that, I had another question for it, basically asking for, we're coming up with different scenarios for this role play. So I had an idea, can you make a scenario that involves an executive director never approving their staff's timesheets? Can you also include a section where it may encourage cross-department cooperation? Um, so basically, based on that prompt, it took exactly what it already had and then tailored it to my request. So it brought a very concrete kind of real life scenario that anyone who's worked in HR has probably dealt with before, which is managers not approving timesheets. So this kind of gave me a very concrete and real life scenario that we can work from. Um, so it brought the challenge here, the cross department cooperation, and then said, this is great. Can you update this into the template? Can you also give me some more scenarios that involve our back office finance team, particularly ones that work for a fiscal sponsor, which is what the fund is, or one of the functions. Um, so yeah, from there it gave me a new template and then gave me a new scenarios as well based on our back office team. Um, so it's kind of a good starting point. I didn't use this exact scenario. I actually, after this, I went back to our finance team and was just like, is this what you guys deal with? And they're like, yeah, something along those lines. So it helped for sure in terms of coming up with different scenarios throughout our team. So yeah, that's what I have.